What up? What up? What up? It's Herb Hill, Keep It Trill podcast. Welcome back to another one. Um, Today, right now, this moment, this second, I just wanted to talk about. It's always a hot topic, I guess, because everybody's always dating in relationships. We all either single, married, divorced, singling and mingling, looking, wanting, hoping, wishing, crying, praying. But um what I wanted to talk about was relationships today. Because everybody nowadays has this crazy mindset of what a relationship is. And I feel like if you've never been loyal to anybody, you are disqualified from this conversation. You know what I mean? And a lot of dudes would be like, man, you ain't been loyal. You ain't never been loyal. Look, I've been loyal to every female that I've ever dated. And I've been faithful to every female I've ever dated. And I take pride in that. I have no reason to lie about anything. And it ain't because I can't get none. It ain't about none of that. It's just that's the type of person I am. I look at you like a snake. If you would, look, my philosophy is if I'm friends with you and I see you creeping around on your female and your female does things that a friend can't do, you know what I'm saying? So if you creeping around on your female, you know, the female that scratch your back and cook your food and, you know, do things for you and stuff like that, you creeping around on a woman that loves you, somebody that loves you, that is devoted to you, you creep around on something like that, and I gotta look at you sideways because I'm like, yo, you a snake. You creep around on it and then you go back home to it. I just gotta look at you a little different. Cause we just friends, you know what I mean? Like, if you could stab your woman in the back like that, I'm just your homeboy. What, you know, I have to think, oh, maybe this dude can stab me in my back too. Maybe he a real snake to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at you different. I don't give you no brownie points for cheating on your female. Like, people ain't got no honor in being loyal no more. That's what I mean. So it's like everybody that's not a faithful or loyal person has got all these opinions. And it's like, man, y'all just shut up, sit back, and listen to somebody with a real opinion, some real suggestions, something real to say. Because it's like, if you married, I don't care if you dating and it ain't easy and it's hard, you don't go creep on somebody because it's hard. That sounds like a cop-out to me. If you're going to do something on somebody, at least tell them what you're going to do. If they okay with it, that's one thing. And if they support you doing those things, that's another thing. But if you're doing it and they don't know, and then you keep doing it, and then you either get caught and confess, or you get caught and you're exposed, that's a whole nother ball game. You are a snake. Female snakes and men snakes. Females do it, men do it. There's very unloyal people everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I think people have to understand, man, like, being a faithful person, being a loyal person, a person that's dedicated to somebody, like, there's honor in that. To be somebody laying up with somebody different every other night and then go back home to yours and play it off, like, that's suckerish. That's a sucker move to me. Like, you don't get no points for that. I never once in my life was like, oh, man, you a player for real, man. I respect it. No, I don't. My father was like that. And I don't respect that. You know what I mean? My father passed away when I was 3, but I don't respect how he was with women because I see what came from it. You know what I mean? He got a lot of hurt children because he creeped around on their mom. You know what I mean? He died when I was 3, so I don't know too much about it, and I didn't experience it like that. But I know the type of man that he is because I am his son. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I do those things. I've never done those things, like I said, but every man is capable of being that way. Every female is capable of being that way. Temptation is a real thing. And I'm not saying I'm tempted or getting tempted or been tempted or anything like that. I'm just saying temptation can make you think or, put that thought in the atmosphere, in the universe, like, oh man, maybe what if, or could it, maybe so, maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, should I not? What if I did this? What if I did that? But, everybody has these crazy ideas. Oh, if you're not married, you can do whatever it is that you want. How do you get married to somebody if you're creeping around on them when you're single or when you're in a relationship? The relationship is your time to prove to that person who you really are. A lot of people play games these days. I'm married. I've been married 6 years, you know what I'm saying? And I was around when the games was being played. And I have games have been played with me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't condone that stuff. If you're going to betray me, at least let me know what your intentions are before you try to get with me or before we hook up. You know what I mean? Like, if you have that type of personality to where you don't feel like you can be faithful to somebody, then that's what you tell somebody. You don't just be like, oh, I'm going to be dedicated to you and only you. My life is yours. Blah, blah, blah. And then just be creeping. Like, everybody trying to do. I mean, I'm not mad at you doing what you want to do, but it's a lot of fraudulent people out here trying to be something that they're not. And then, everybody says they want love, but nobody really does. Everybody wants lust. Because how many times have a lot of people have stared love in the face and be like, oh, this isn't what I want. This isn't the package of the person. This isn't what I'm exactly looking for. I feel that connection and I know that I love you and you love me, but I'm going to wait on this guy, or I'm going to wait on that girl, or I'm chasing this girl, or I'm chasing that guy. The guy that has all the money. Yeah, you're coming up, but you don't have enough for me. I love you, but that's not it. Or, hey, she makes me feel this way. This girl got a bigger booty, better breasts. She's an Instagram model. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I love what you're doing. You got your own business. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing good for yourself. You don't quite look like her. You don't have a nice body, but, she does, and that's kind of what I want because me and her have a connection and I love her. That's lust. It's infatuation. You just walked away from love chasing lust. You ain't never going to win. But all these people like this Kevin Samuel, I don't really know what he be talking about. I don't even listen to him really, so I ain't even going to say nothing about him. But like, I think he talking about, people with money type stuff. Like, I don't know. But it's all these people that's out here being creeps and cheats and snakes is the ones that got the most to say, trying to prove to the world that, oh man, if you do this, you ain't right. If you do that, you ain't right. Man, just shut up. Keep your business off the internet and be good to your woman. Be good to your lady. Like, stop trying to impress everybody talking that way. If you really ain't about that. Like, that's what irritates me. It's like, people used to really try to, ish on me because it was like, oh man, you think you trying to be Mr. Smooth, telling these females that you're faithful. I'm like, what am I lying about? I have no reason to lie about that. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not going to go trying to sleep around when I'm with somebody. I just don't, my brain don't operate like that. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If we break up, that's one thing. But if we together, we together. I won't even put myself in a situation to where I feel like, oh, I might break this code. You know what I mean? It might break my mindset. But people don't understand when I say these things, it's deeper than me just saying that, because really what it is my father, when my father passed away. Now my dad did drugs, he drank, he was definitely a ladies' man. You know what I mean? He got his way, he got whatever he wanted out of women. But my thing is, I knew these things about him. I knew these good qualities about him, and I knew these bad things. So what I said was, this is just my mindset. I'm very blessed to have had that mindset as a child. Like I said, he died when I was 3. I saw him die, all that stuff. But um, when he passed away, I was stressed, depressed, all that, hurt, traumatized just from seeing it. But over the years, I said, you know what? Instead of holding all this anger and sadness and frustration in, I'm just going to decide to honor him by trying to be a better man than he was. Because a father or a mother or a parent in general should always, and I don't want to say would, most good parents would always want their children to be better versions of them. Most parents would want their children to be better than them, not make the same mistakes they made, not walk down the same path in life, not do the same things that they did in their life. You know what I mean? Most parents would be like, no, don't do this because I did this and this is what I made a mistake. So I didn't have my father guiding me. So what I said was, okay, I knew he was ladies' man. Now I can't stop females liking me or wanting me, and I can't stop myself from wanting females. But what I ain't gonna do is, if I'm with somebody, I'm not going to entertain it. That's 1. 2, I'm not going to do drugs. 3, I'm not going to drink. 4, I'm not going to party like that. And as I got older, these were the things that were like, everybody was trying to shake out of me. Like, Herb, drink. Herb, smoke. Herb, come to a party. Herb, I want you. You know what I mean? And as I got older, I was like trying to be celibate and all that stuff because I was trying to stay away from it because I know what I know. And not only that, I saw a movie called Death by Temptation. Maybe y'all should check it out. Death by Temptation with Kadeem Hardison. I think his name was Bill Gunn, I think. Radio Raheem from Do the Right Thing. He's in it. Samuel Jackson's in it. And the guy named James Bond, who's in, he was in School Days. It's a good movie. I suggest you check it out. You'll probably see it flash up at some point. But it's really about a movie where a man who is becoming a pastor, and he's at this crossroad in his walk where he's kind of wanting to see the other side of life before he makes that full commitment to be a pastor. And he's in South Carolina or North Carolina, and his best friend is in New York. And there's this woman named Temptation who's out there. Everybody falls in love with her at this local bar, and she goes home with these guys, and people never see them again. And this is from gay men to married men to men in relationships, single men. But Temptation is her name. And I'm telling y'all the movie, but you get the premise of it. The guy who's the pastor, he goes to New York, meets Temptation, boom. Now, that's the movie you got to watch. I saw that as a child, messed me up. So I knew just jumping in some females like that may not be at my best interest. I'm not saying they're going to kill me. I'm talking about from a spiritual aspect. I do know in the Bible it says, when a man shall leave his mother and his father, he shall cleave unto his wife, and thy twine shall become one flesh. It means those two shall become one flesh. So when a man goes inside a woman, they're married. I know that. I knew that. I understand that. So if I knew that, I wasn't going to do that. Obviously I did. You know, when I was younger, but these were females that I was in a relationship with, and I didn't know uh, I knew it, but I didn't know, like, I didn't understand it all the way. I do now. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm being faithful, and every person that you sleep with, you married to. Every person that you sleep with, every female or male you can't be married to a man. A man can't be married to a man, and a woman can't be married to a woman. So when a man go inside a woman, or when a woman lets a man go inside of her, y'all are married. Spiritually, you are tied together. Y'all ever heard of soul ties? Like, come on. Think about this stuff. Your flesh is bonded. When you're having intercourse, your flesh is tied together. So at that point, you are bound together. So I look at it like that, and I always did. You know what I mean? I've had females tempt the hell out of me when I was in a relationship before I got married. I mean, tempt the hell out of me. Damn near broke me. And I fought the good fight. And I resisted, but I'm just saying, like, there's honor in being a good, loyal, faithful person. Like, I know people probably think, man, there ain't no fun. But I'm just a stand-up guy like that. Like, I would never betray my wife in any way because I love my wife. She got my kids. You know what I mean? Like, she sacrificed her body 4 times for me. And I'm down for this woman. She down for me. And I hope she feels the same way I do. And I know she does. But I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like I have to worry about my wife's faith for me and my faith for her, or my faithfulness and her faithfulness for me. You know what I mean? Like, I think I found just as a good woman as I am a good man to her. You know what I mean? Like, there's honor in being good to people. There's honor in being loyal and faithful. Those are good qualities to have. But it's like we live in an age where people got to have a side piece or be swinging. I seen swingers swing and they going through divorce because somebody always gets jealous. It doesn't work out all the time. I've seen these things in a close proximity. So it's like, I just want people to understand, man. It's like, do you want to be a snake? Because I look at you like you're a snake. I don't care why you did it. You don't have to do it. Shoot, a dude can go beat his meat and call it a day. You ain't got to go see with a whole woman, get it over with, and then feel guilty. And then keep doing it because you're trying to get away with it as long as you can. That's what happens. When you indulge in your flesh, you're going to keep doing it anyway until you're like, I can't. I'm caught. Then it's like, baby, it ain't what you thought it was. Yeah, you cheating. Or a female get caught, baby, it ain't what you thought it was. Yeah, you sleep. And females cheat for different reasons, you know what I mean? Like, females cheat for an emotional reason. Like, most men cheat for, a man ain't gonna cheat because, well, she doesn't make me feel good. Most men cheat because, dang, she look good, I want to get that. It's just the feeling. Women cheat for emotional stability, I should say. Like, if your man ain't paying you no mind, or if a man ain't paying a woman no mind, or ain't giving her attention or making her feel love, she gonna go get with the guy that make her feel love, that give her attention, that make her feel good about herself, that give her butterflies. She gonna sleep with him just based on that. It ain't about the feeling. It's about what their internal feeling. Man is just a fleshly feeling. That's why men cheat, and that's why women cheat. I know that. You know what I mean? It's hard sometimes, to be somebody's everything, but it takes work to be that. You know what I mean? And you got to be willing to work to be that for somebody. Not just being it just for the fleshly part. You know what I mean? That's the part where I had to grow a lot. In my early years, I was all for the flesh because I was so held up on not just giving it to anybody. I was just like, yo, whoever getting gonna get it all. And I was just like a jackrabbit. That's all I wanted. And I wasn't thinking about the relationship part. You know what I mean? So I had to remind her. She's like, look, you don't make me feel good. You just seem like this is all you want to do, you know? But I had my reasons because I was so held up on not doing it for so long because I was like, look, I'm 17. I got to have it. But, man, like I said, man, there's good qualities in being faithful. And don't let this world trick you or fool you into thinking to be a snake or think it's cool to be a snake. It's not cool. Not only that, you're married to every person, every female that you sleep with, and every male that you sleep with. Let me say this right. For men, every woman that you sleep with, you are married. For women, every man that you sleep with, you are married to them. Because you are bound by the flesh. And it says in the Bible, when a man and a woman when a man leaves his mother and his father, he shall cleave unto his wife, and thy twain shall become one flesh. Meaning you are married. You are bound by the flesh. You are bound in the flesh because intercourse, when a man goes inside a woman, you are one flesh at that point. You are married. Holy union. That is marriage in the Lord's eyes. It's not putting a ring on it saying I do. That's the worldly marriage. So I just hope people understand that and get that and give that some type of insight. But like I said, man, it's good qualities. It's honorable to be a good man. It's honorable to be a good woman. It's honorable to be faithful to your husband. It's honorable to be faithful to your boyfriend. It's honorable to be faithful to your girlfriend. It's honorable to be faithful to your wife. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let the world make you think that it's uncool. I don't care about what's cool and what's not cool. If you got something good, you hold it. You keep it. You don't go betray it for a piece of ass in the street. Like it's not worth it. And a lot of people ruin happy homes just for a piece of flesh. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, when you think about it, that's all it is. A couple minutes of temptation, a couple minutes of pleasure will ruin a home for a lifetime. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. It's not worth losing everything that you worked for. And ain't no woman out here worth me losing my wife and my kids and my happiness in my home. Like, I'm dead serious. You know, like I've been tempted. I've had people try to make passes at me and stuff like that, and I was like, no, I'm good. I keep it short, sweet, and I keep it pushing because what's the point? I'm not gonna risk my home. I'm not gonna risk my past relationships or anything like that. Like, it's just not my mindset. It's not my mindset. And as I said, keep it trill. Always keep it trill. Anyways, and always be trill. Peace, easy.